What's going on, everybody? Quaku here, back with another video. Today I wanted to do something very quick about Edge, because we've seen all the annoyances that people have been posting all over the internet about Microsoft Edge and all the new stuff that they push into Edge and features and stuff, and how the chromium based Edge was great before it had all these extra features and all this stuff. So in this video, if I'll just cater to that crowd real quick, and I'll just let you know how you can disable a lot of these features that have been pushed into Edge. And it's very simple. There's no guarantee that when you update Edge that these won't get rolled back, because of how the track record of how Microsoft has been lately with what they've been doing. But real quick, go into Edge, and then you go into your settings. This is the settings tab right here. If you don't know how to get to settings, you just hit the three dots, go all the way down. It says settings. When you click it, boom, settings. This is what it is. And then the next thing you really all have to do is you just go hit this button here, and then you can see all this information about Edge. You can go to privacy, search, and things like that. When you see that, you see tracking prevention, all the little nitty gritty stuff that is inside Edge that you can adjust and tweak and stuff like that. You can keep going through. One of the things that I would say, not really relates to the video, is send do not track requests. So that way there's no guarantee all websites will follow this request, but it's good to just turn it on regardless, just for your data. And it says allow sites to see if you have payment methods saved. If you do use Edge payment methods, or you just want Edge to be a browser and not managing your payment methods and all that stuff, I would suggest unchecking that as well. And then it says require diagnostic data here. There's this one. There's nothing you can do about it. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people are going to think otherwise. Down here it says optional diagnostic data used to improve services and everything like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't let you grade that out as well. Can't really do that. And then going down more, it says search and service improvement. You can send results of your searches to Microsoft for them to improve things, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like that, which I don't, just turn it off. By default, it's on like this. Just click it to turn it off. Personalize your web experience. Again, more things to allow Microsoft to use your browsing history and all this stuff like that. Just turn it off if you're like me and you just don't want all this stuff. And then this is where the fun stuff begins. Right here. I'm just going to ignore these certificates part, because most of you probably don't even know what I would be talking about if I mentioned this. This could be a video on its own. However, down here, a lot of these things here block potentially unwanted apps, blocks downloads of low reputation apps that cause unexpected behaviors. I would check that off so that way it's on. Typo squatting checker, warn me if I have mistyped a site address, maybe redirected to a potentially malicious site. I would turn that on. That way you don't accidentally type in, like, maybe retype Google wrong, and then you can't figure out what to do. Like if you accidentally get a virus on your computer from typing Google wrong. Here, secure DNS and things like that, I would just leave it as use service provider to provide secure DNS. Says your current service provider may not provide secure DNS. There's no guarantee, but if you do have a custom one, if you know what that is, you can type that in there. And then going down more, there's a whole lot of things here. In fact, this is probably the most interesting part of all, which is the services. This is what Microsoft has been pushing out to people constantly, saying there's a new feature, there's a new feature, there's a new feature, just to make Edge just do too much. In my opinion, I just use Edge. You see I have an ad blocker here for Edge, because it doesn't block all ads. So here it is. Services, use a web service to help resolve navigation errors. You can do that. I just turn it off, honestly. It says suggest similar sites when a website can't be found. So Microsoft Edge will it says the web address will be sent to Microsoft to try to correct the site. If you just want to use your browser normal without Microsoft intruding into a lot of things, just turn that feature off too. In fact, follow everything I have here and just check everything as turn everything off. So it says show suggestions from Pinterest collections. You can turn that off. Save time and money with shopping in Microsoft Edge. This is closer and closer to the stuff that people didn't like in Edge, where, like the buy now, pay later stuff that I don't see just yet. It says show opportunities to support causes and nonprofits you care about. And it'll push you into things with like Microsoft rewards and things like that. I would just turn it off, because personally, if you really want to donate, I wouldn't do it through your browser. I would do it like physically and just go to like Salvation Army and donate. You don't need a browser to tell you how to donate or where to do it on everything you do. Show travel recommendations in Edge. So again, it'll track your travel related browsing history and show you recommendations for hotels and stuff like that. Just turn that off as well. There's so much more. And then there's also the address bar stuff here. You can change your search engine used in address bar. I will change it to DuckDuckGo if I were you. And then it says search on new tabs using search boxes or address bar. I'll just use search boxes and then manage search engines like that. Another thing here says show me search and suggestions using my typed characters. That's fine. And then show me suggestions from history, favorites, and other data using my typed characters. That's fine. So in my opinion, this is how I would set up Microsoft Edge. I would turn off just like a ton of things, a crap ton of things, and just keep it basic. This area here is the annoying part. It says optional diagnostic data. My phone keeps going off. Optional diagnostic data. You click this right here, and it says it's going to try to open up settings. So let's do that. And then right here, even though I've already checked off as no, I don't want to send it, I would say do that. But if you're in the insider program, obviously you can't do this. So for me, I'll leave it on. But if you're not using insider program stuff, just turn it off. Like if you're not in the insider program, you got to turn it off anyway. So other than that, that is pretty much it in a nutshell. Just turning off a bunch of crap that's in Edge just so you can be free. And then obviously I would say check to see how often you want to remove your browsing history on your thing, and just keep everything clean, because Microsoft will continue to push out fat updates that have like extra features that they think you'll need, just so that they can have things to market with and say this many people used Edge and things like that. Edge is not a bad browser, but when it gets filled with a bunch of random garbage and random things just to intrude more and more and more about in what you do, that's when people get upset. And I don't blame them. That's why I use Brave. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this whole thing, and hope this video helps you all on how to turn off a bunch of stuff in Edge. So that way you can just be free of a lot of the garbage and marketing stuff and feature stuff that is in Edge, so you can just have your web browser be your web browser. Take care, everybody.